Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G and I'm Phunken hungry. In this video, we're going to try the last of the new Cadbury CARAMILK this time. Marvellous creations. This one has jelly, popping candy beanies in a caramelized white chocolate. I'm not the biggest fan of these jellies and chocolate and popping candy, but we'll give it a go and we'll see what I think anyway. I'll leave the nutrition information on screen for you if you want to take a look. Also, I'll leave the ingredients on screen if you want to take a look or you want to pause and go through that. Like always, we'll go through the basic ingredients. So this is caramelized white chocolate with jelly, popping candy and beanies. I don't know what beanies are. But anyway, product contains caramelized white chocolate, 83%. Beanies, well, they've got a hat in there. Beanies is 7%. Jellies, 6%. And popping candy is 4%. Now, I do love my CARAMILK, but is it going to work with all these different weird ingredients? So we'll bust this open and we'll give it a taste. Right, let's give this one a bit of a sniff. So yeah, smells like caramelized white chocolate to me. I guess the ingredients in here aren't really going to have a smell on this one. Now this one doesn't look like there's as much ingredients in here. The back's pretty flat. Here's the front. So yeah, there doesn't look like there's as much ingredients in this. So this is 190 grams. One serve is 2 pieces. As I said on other videos, these Marvellous creations are a little bit weird and annoying because they're not sort of even. These pieces are all mismatched. If you have kids, they're going to be arguing about who gets different pieces. You know, this piece in here is a little bit small in the center, and then around the edges you've got some bigger pieces. But anyway, I'm kind of keen for this one because I like my CARAMILK. I've never had CARAMILK with all these weird ingredients, these beanies, popping candy, and jelly. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. I'll break some off. So yeah, even inside you can see this one doesn't have as much as the other ones. We'll give it a try. Cheers. Sipping tea like Kermit. So yeah, that's actually pretty pleasant. It works quite well. As I said on other videos, I'm not the biggest fan of chocolates that have all these different pieces in it. I don't know if you can hear the popping candy, but I definitely can feel it in my mouth, popping as I'm talking away. But yeah, it actually works quite well here. Jelly adds a little bit of a chew to it, but I didn't get the jelly till towards the end of eating that piece. I didn't get the popping candy right away. I did get the crunch. I did get some of that crunch though, so after I got through some of the chocolate, I did have a nice little crunch going on. I'm not quite sure what beanies are, but I think they might be like M&Ms or Smarties, because I did feel like this little candy casing, and it did have some different chocolate inside, which worked quite well. You know, it gave it a crunch, and then you had that little bit of a chocolate hit coming from the inside. And then it sort of finished on some popping candy, started coming through. I started feeling it in my mouth, popping a bit, and just adds a little bit of texture. And then it sort of had some of that jelly come through, which added a little bit of chew, and it did have sort of like, I guess, a little bit of a fruit sort of flavour to it. I'm actually quite liking this one. I'd buy this again for sure. There are other chocolates I definitely would prefer, but if I was in the mood for CARAMILK and I wanted something a little bit different, it is quite nice. Instead of just having normal CARAMILK, which is quite luscious and quite velvety and smooth, different ingredients just adds a nice different change in texture to the normal chocolate. You know, you've got all these different flavors going on. So I can understand some people liking this sort of stuff. You know, it just makes a nice change from just a really smooth, nice sort of chocolate. It has all these sort of different textures and a slight different flavors going on. You know, you got little fruit flavors and just the candy pieces inside the shells and stuff just add a little bit of texture and a little bit of difference in flavor. So my rating for Cadbury CARAMILK Marvellous Creations, I'm going to give that a 6.5 out of 10. It's not quite as nice as the Rocky Road flavor, but I still rate this quite highly. And yeah, the birthday cake one, I didn't really rate that highly. So I definitely recommend you to try this if you like CARAMILK and you like Marvellous Creations. You know, if you like the dairy milk version, give the CARAMILK version a go. It's quite nice, something a little bit different. And it is pretty interesting and pretty cool that they've tried this with CARAMILK. So I was looking forward to trying this, and it didn't really let me down. If you've tried Cadbury CARAMILK Marvellous Creations, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Do you think it worked with caramilk? Something different, and I didn't know if I'd like it with all these different bits in it, but it was actually quite pleasant. It makes a change from, you know, the smooth, normal caramilk chocolate that we all know and love. Or I know some of you don't love it, but anyway. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This was G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.